Welcome to another exhilarating episode of Comic Book Straight Talk, brought to you from the secret basement inside one of America's oldest comic shops, Tulsa's own The Comic Empire. Now, true believers, open up your ear holes and get ready to have your head filled with the best comic book knowledge this galaxy can handle. That's right, it's time for another nerd overload with Comic Book Straight Talk.
Welcome back to Comic Book Straight Talk. This is Dalian.
Terry.
Kenny.
Carrington.
And we're back at the basement of the comic shop today. Going to kind of discuss some various topics. Now, two of the four of us have seen Solo. You haven't seen it because you said you didn't want to see it.
Right.
Terry and I saw it. A lot of people, obviously, critics say it's horrible. I saw it.
Critics hate about everything, though.
Like I said, you saw it. I liked it.
It's not just critics that say it's horrible.
It's not.
There's a large group of old fans that don't like it.
Well, I thought it was a good movie.
I enjoyed it. I think the problem with the older fans is that they're wanting the movies that they saw, the first three, Star Wars, Empire, Jedi. These are not really those kind of movies anymore.
I think a lot of them are expecting the old Han Solo, and I thought this guy did a good job as a young Han Solo. You're not getting an old Han Solo, you're getting a young, wet behind the ears Han Solo. And he did a terrific job of it.
You're seeing how he got to where he shot first with Greedo.
Yeah, you're seeing where the life that he's getting ready to go into is going to lead him to be that Han Solo.
And we saw him do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, the relationship you didn't get to see everything. I would have liked to have been more of a where you really saw that oath between Chewbacca and Han Solo, but you do get to see that relationship starting there.
Yeah, you see the cool. Building of it, right? Yeah. I myself thought that the character of Kira was kind of a waste character, in a sense.
No, I thought she was a pretty interesting character. I thought when she left Han Solo, she did it because she cared about him and she knew that the life she's leading, she really didn't want him to get into, although he's going to, as we know, get into that type of life anyway.
True. I enjoyed Woody Harrelson's character as the kind of the mentor character.
Yeah, I'm not a big Woody Harrelson fan as a whole, but he does tend to play some characters that I enjoy, and I did enjoy his character in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
I think if it didn't have Solo on it, it could be in just another good sci-fi action movie.
Right. And I think people would have liked it then more. There wouldn't have been that big expectation of a Star Wars movie. I mean, there could have been just a space cowboy movie.
Sure.
So yeah, definitely. I would say go see it. I'd recommend going and seeing it. Don't go with any expectations, but you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect that Han Solo. It's not that Han Solo. It's an early, wet behind the ears Han Solo. So you gotta look at it that way.
And have you seen Deadpool yet, Kenny? No. Deadpool was good. If you liked it, like the first one, you should like the second one.
I haven't seen Deadpool either.
So, but I thought you had. Sorry.
No, I hadn't. Plan on going to see it.
I finally watched Justice League.
What'd you think of that?
Yeah, it was all right.
That's
what I thought.
You think Terry thought it was really good? And
I didn't say it was really good. I thought it was an okay movie.
No, it was all right.
I thought it was better than Phantom Menace, or not Phantom Menace, but
Black Panther?
No, yeah, it's definitely better than Black Panther. The latest.
Last Jedi?
Last
Infinity
Jedi.
War? Oh.
I thought it was better than Last Jedi.
I have to disagree on that one, but that's okay.
Rogue One's the only new Star Wars movie I've liked so far.
So same here. I mean,
The Force Awakens was okay because it was basically the
Star Wars,
A New Hope retold, but Rogue One was good, and nothing has even piqued my interest since then.
I would like to see one set between Star Wars and Empire. Kind of how they found the Hoth base and that such, and also. With Solo, there's been made reference to an Empire, the whole thing about the bounty hunters they ran into on Ord Mantell.
If you're reading some of the current Star Wars comics, and you like the characters 000, you'll probably like the android that's in Han Solo.
Yes. Yeah. Moving away from Star Wars, I guess. This week there was some excitement at the Stan Lee house.
Scuttlebutt.
Some scuttlebutt at Stan Lee's.
Seems to always be excitement
I
at
know,
the Stan
right?
Lee house.
We're going to go into all the problems that's been happening with Stan. But this latest one was with 2 armed gunmen.
Supposedly
armed gunmen.
nobody
yes.
was. We
No,
don't even know if
they
anybody was
recovered
arrested.
the guns.
Did they? Okay.
They
They arrested 2 men.
Did they finally
and
say that?
found the guns.
Originally, the story I heard, they couldn't even figure out if anybody was arrested at the time. So
No, they arrested the men and recovered the guns.
okay,
Because the men tried to dump the guns, but they found them.
Yeah, they were threatening Stan Lee.
they were trying to get money from Stan Lee.
And they said
I think everyone's trying
that
to-
he owed them money.
And there
Yeah.
were some witnesses, I guess, at the house. I don't know what witnesses those are, or
They're not really saying. It's just as witnesses claim that Lee did not know either of the men. So
Leave the poor guy alone.
Right,
He's
I
95
mean-
years
I don't know.
old.
Let him live the rest of his life out in peace. Jeez.
it's getting pretty bad. I mean, there's, like you say, a story a week almost about how he's either falling or he's being extorted money from by his lawyer and friend and associate and all that, and his daughter. And it's just
Being accused of sexual
assault.
assault.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he had some home invader like a month
Yeah,
ago.
he did. Somebody
Mhm.
jumped over the fence and
Tried to bust into his house.
I mean, it's just.
it's probably Sheldon.
I was gonna say it's probably Sheldon. See if we can sign his Batman #1 for him. His Batman
Yeah.
book. Yeah.
Poor Stanley. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else, Dal? You had
Well-
a whole list of things you wanted to topics. you
Well, I
wanted
got
to
some topics.
go
Yes,
over.
yes, yeah. I also news this week was DC announced they're bringing back Cliffhanger, which the imprint. A lot of us from the '90s remember Cliffhanger was the home of Danger
Danger
Girl,
Girl.
Battle Chasers, Crimson,
Steampunk.
Steampunk. Yeah. What was Steampunk? Was it Steam? I guess it was just Steampunk, wasn't it?
And Chris Botchlow.
Yeah. They're going to bring it back and have it. The way I understood it was going to be they could use the DC characters or creator-owned characters, I believe, for it. That's what the last I'd seen. So, which would be nice. Hopefully, we'll get some more
There's an article talking
Crimson.
about
Or,
possibly moving the American Vampire out of the Vertigo
Yeah.
into the
into there.
Cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Astro City move over to there since it's creator-owned. I think it'd be good. Maybe they can put some of their licensed books kind of in that area, and who knows? Maybe we'll have some new Neil Gaiman.
I don't know why they didn't just create a new imprint, because you're not getting Campbell back to do Danger Girl.
No,
you're not
no.
going to get Chris Botchlow or Bacalo, however you say
No.
his name, to come back and do Steampunk.
You might be able to get Roberto Ramos come back on Crimson, but I don't know.
Just no one's going to care, though.
No.
One way or the other, so you might as well
Well,
just
they're-
create a new imprint.
They're only going to care if those are not necessarily the artists, but characters that they enjoyed. They'll probably try to give it a shot. So
I mean, I could see Danger Girl coming back because it's been optioned for a movie and actually
Sure.
has a writer and a director and everything, but
I would love, even if it was on a 3-month basis, or twice or book quarterly, bring back Battle Chasers. I mean, people have been wanting that book. I mean, but he's off doing video games.
I just think
what people?
most of the audience for those books are gone.
They probably are. What people? Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
What people? Me?
I mean, you remember when Danger Girl was coming out, Mike was ordering 45 or 50 copies of it.
Yep.
And now that it's at IDW, I think he orders like 8.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, and that's also the market. I mean, the people's buying trends, and what they like and stuff has changed a lot since then. Like you say, those people aren't around for it.
When it's not in your face, it's kind of it's out of mind.
Well, like that's
out
what
of
we talk.
mind.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. You're not going to reach in your pocket to buy it.
No,
So.
we've talked about that several times about
Just late books. Just books that are a
After
little bit
Life
late.
with Archie.
So
I mean, if they could have got that book out monthly, it was a good
they could
book.
have got that book out quarterly.
Yeah, even quarterly. Say, hey, this is going to be a quarterly book. Still would have sold real well, but yeah. So yeah, Cliffhanger is coming back from DC.
What else you got, Tom?
Well, let's have a special topic one that was kind of discussed, and Terry's been mentioning it a couple times, and you have. And I originally was saying, I hadn't want anything to do with this one, but you know what? We're going to talk about it. You want to introduce it since you know about it?
Which topic is this?
The what is it? The after effects of farts of superheroes?
Yeah, what if superheroes farted, and what would be the effects of that?
Carrington, you want to weigh in on this?
We won't do a whole episode. We'll do a segment on it though, so that'd be fun. So yeah.
Well, a good friend of ours, James, he said that Solomon Grundy, he would fart on Sunday and he would linger till Monday.
Swamp Thing's probably gassy.
Yeah.
He is, and Man-Thing maybe too.
And I'm thinking that's where Joker gets his special gas.
That's not actually laughing gas.
It's not laughing gas at all.
Well, think about those. And yes, I'm gonna dive into the hole on that one, on this one. Superman. If his breath can knock stuff over, what can the other one do? You know what I mean?
That's where earthquakes come from.
Probably, yeah.
He could probably pollute the entire city. Everybody be dying, dropping off,
So I think it's what Batman's would be.
We also know what the fear toxin is.
Yep.
His would be what, silent and deadly?
Batman's would be silent and deadly.
Oh no, Terry, does Batman when you've been in the cave, does he fart?
When Batman has to bend over, he gets punched. Sometimes Batman does have to fart.
It's all that vichyssoise he eats.
What?
It's from the movie.
Oh, okay.
Remember, he spit the soup out and he goes, "It's cold," and he said, "It's vichyssoise."
Yes, okay, yes.
Ah,
I forgot that.
what kind of fan are you?
Well, it's funny you mentioned about that one because Michael Keaton, I think we've mentioned about it, was at the giving a graduation address, and his goes, I'm gonna leave you 2 words, And he says, "I'm Batman," and he walks, But yeah. So yeah, we know. Any other ones you want to discuss on that one?
Well, the Spectres was the wrath of God.
Yep. Spectre farts, the wrath of God.
That's what the plagues in the biblical times were.
It's the Spectre farting.
Well, I'm just curious, what other people think about, superheroes. Do they fart, and what effects do occur when they fart?
Okay. That definitely let us know on that one. And what you think? Does Superman's farts cause tsunamis or
Well, that would
problems?
be Aquaman.
That'd be Aquaman's. That's true.
He'd be blowing a whole lot of bubbles, like he's in the tub or something.
Okay. This being June, we had May last month. We had a lot of good covers were out last month.
Yes. So that's weird.
Yeah, no, we have that right. That was an odd segment. Sorry. What were some of your favorite covers from last month?
Well, following up with April, not only a good cover but also a good story was Dead Hand. I liked both those covers.
Oh, I said covers. We'll get to the storybook next.
But he said he liked both of those covers.
Oh, he did say he liked both those covers.
Really
okay,
cool.
all right. Both those covers were cool. They did have a noir feel to the covers too. I'll give that one, yeah.
The one that everybody's searching for that I was able to get a hold of because of some friends is the Middleton Back Girl cover. It's nothing really special about it, but it's just pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
It's really pretty.
Have you seen the new one though, that he's doing for this month?
I haven't seen the new one yet.
It's like half of a skull or something.
That's interesting, but I don't know.
Well, he did a really nice one a long time ago with Psylocke.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice.
Yep. What about you?
Most of Middleton's covers are nice.
Yeah.
Doomsday Clock number, what is it, 5?
The Joker cover?
Yeah, the
Yes.
Gary Frank Joker
Yes.
cover. That thing is awesome.
That is beautiful. I do like it.
They need to get him on Batman or on a Joker series or something because that's phenomenal.
Delato's Amazing 800.
Yeah. That was pretty nice. It's an older piece that's been, I think, reused as the Mobius cover for Amazing 800.
Mobius reused it.
Grim Tales of Terror number 3 by Steve Garvey. Or not Steve Garvey, Keith Garvey. Steve Garvey was the baseball player.
I was like, when he is a baseball player? It's about as much as I know about that.
Is it Mooney that's doing the art in Dead Hand?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And if you like the art in Dead Hand, you need to check out Half Past Danger that he drew.
That is
at
the art.
IDW.
Yes, that was that was a fun story.
You got Nazis and dinosaurs and ninjas and
sort of a
Captain America ripoff. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Kind of a Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
No.
I mean, it's got that kind of feel to it. I mean,
you've gotten two no's, so you're out. You're out.
I'm talking about with having dinosaurs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they both had dinosaurs, yes.
But they also had more future stuff in it as well.
No.
Matina.
Cars and stuff.
I'm going to back up here in case fisticuffs are thrown here in a minute.
Talking about dinosaurs and cars and junk like that.
And airplanes and dinosaurs. Oh my.
And stuff, yeah.
Matina has done several good covers. Obviously, he's been doing Spawn, but he's done Suicide Squad.
Yep.
That was a really awesome Batman Suicide Squad or Batman Deadshot cover he did with all the little laser pointers on them.
Right. Yeah.
And Art Germ did a really good Black Panther cover.
It's
that's
Art Germ.
Art Germ. Sorry. Germ. I mean, you know what? Did a really cool Black Panther #1 cover that's not your traditional Art Germ style. Right. Of Syria, I believe it was. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really nice. And he's done some Flash. Matina's done some Flash covers that have been really good too. So one that Terry doesn't like is the big head, which is from the perspective of
it just looks elongated.
Reverse Flash. It's like the Reverse Flash elongated head cover.
Yeah.
What you got?
The Greg Smallwood cover of Vampironica #2, where she's about to buy Archie.
Oh, okay. What did Smallwood do before? Because I've seen him.
Yell at fans.
Did he do Freaks of the Heartland? Or was that Greg and Ruth?
That was Ruth.
That was Ruth.
Freaks.
Okay. Okay.
So
yeah.
And the Red Sonja Tarzan Adam Hughes cover.
That's a nice cover.
And the Lil Presty cover was awesome.
I like Lil Presty's art. He's a good cover artist. Well, what about books? What books have you read this in May that you enjoyed?
Mentioned.
Obviously, yes. Actually, that's going to be on probably both of y'all's list.
Yeah.
And I actually would say I liked it too. Yes. So I think we all three agreed on a book.
I've actually liked.
The Sign of the Apocalypse.
Yes.
They kind of went downhill, but this latest storylines of both Batgirl and Nightwing have started off interesting.
Yeah.
Kill or Be Killed still being good. Rose is good. So.
Okay. Yep.
Rose and Paper Girls and
Always, yeah.
And Dead Hand. I mean,
it's for the most
Dead
part
Hand is
usual.
the only new book that I would really recommend to anybody.
I
the others are books that we've talked about
right
continually. So.
I enjoyed the first 2 issues of the Avengers. The first issue a little bit more.
You were enjoying the Avengers.
I was right,
But
this is a real.
That last storyline you enjoyed.
Right. This was the first issue was them was Cap, Thor, and Iron Man, or Tony, Thor, and Steve sitting in a bar talking about wanting to reform the Avengers in issue 1 and all that. Just that, and then the action. I've enjoyed that story. Last month. Oh man, what did I read last month? Thor, the death of Jane Foster was really good. Then not Kill or Be Killed, but the Dead Hand. It's interesting. Kind of want to see where they're going with it. So.
Actually, another book that's been coming out actually just came out, so it's a little bit. It's not quite May. It's not May. It's more than early June. It's Bloodborne. It's been really good. It's been good.
May.
The art has been really good.
Is that the one that's based on a video game?
Based off a video game, yeah.
What's bad to most of those, they're either going to be really good or really bad. But this one's been good though.
I think so. I mean, it's the art more than the story, but the art is really good.
I've heard the Dark Souls is really good too. I haven't checked it out. I haven't been able to pick it up yet though. But yeah. Yeah.
There's another cover. It was Barbarella number 5 or 6, but it was the cover by Ricardo Jaime.
Really?
Or it could be Ricardo James. I don't know.
Could
but
it
it
be
looks
Ricardo
like
Montalban?
No. And his little friend
Hervé Village.
Hervé Village, as it used to be called up here.
No.
As Mike used to call it, Hervé Village.
Okay.
All right.
He did, yeah.
Anyway, that Barbarella cover is pretty nice.
Cool.
Another book I picked up, it just came out, and it's by Blacklist. And back in the early 90s, there was a book called Wahoo Morris. It was about this struggling band in this small Wahoo, yeah. That was the name of the band. And they're a struggling band in this small town, and this is kind of We Are the Danger. It's kind of reminded me of that, and so it was pretty good. I enjoyed the first issue of that.
Did you go Wahoo?
No, I said, man, these are the danger.
Wasn't Wahoo Morris, though, autobiographical by
I think
somebody?
so, but I don't remember by who. But yes, I think it was. So, all right. You got anything
I
else?
think you mentioned all my covers and everything. No?
Yeah.
Anything else?
You wanted to talk about apes one time.
We will talk about apes sometimes.
Sometime you want to talk about apes now?
No, I want to talk about apes right now.
You don't want to talk about apes?
No.
I
Okay.
think it's a sore subject right now, isn't it?
I don't know. You don't feel like monkeying around?
We can, though. We should talk about it sometime.
Oh, well, okay.
Not tonight.
All right.
Anything else?
Those are
Anything?
You know, you got her on when we were talking about the gas and the farts. She was cracking up.
Any superheroes that you want to talk about that what would happen if they farted?
What would happen if Rainbow Dash farted? Would she go faster?
Probably.
Would she fart rainbows? She's shaking her head, yes.
She's laughing so hard she can't talk.
We've lost Carrington now.
I can see her. I can see rainbow. She's farting. And there's like stars and moons and stuff. You know, like tricks are popping out.
Now that'd be
another
Twilight Sparkle.
one? Twilight Sparkle. Okay.
Or what's the wizard's name?
Trixie.
No. The old one with the white beard.
Oh, the goat-looking thing?
No.
Star Swirl the Bearded?
Star Swirl the Bearded. He'd be the one that
stars?
started out stars and moons. Because he's as old as the stars and the moons.
Okay.
Okay.
What would happen if a Titan farted? From Attack on Titan.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's big on an Attack on Titans right now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I can't
the world
either.
Ending.
Yeah, because they're pretty vicious as it is. Besides, we're thinking about this.
Maybe that's what all that steam is that comes off of them.
Oh Lord, she's gone. She's on the floor, I think, rolling now, laughing her head off now.
Her face is red.
Mm-hmm. Her face got red thinking about Rainbow Dash and Twilight Sparkle. There it goes again. All right, well, that's all I've got. I guess that's all we got then.
That's all.
Anything you got?
I'll quote the artist Francesco, something that he always puts on his Facebook page. Let's just try to be nice to one another.
There needs to be that, yes. Great words. So yeah, on that note.
And on that note, also just remember to let us know about your superheroes and what would happen if they farted.
Exactly, yes. And if you've got an idea for this for our show, put it on there. Definitely, you know.
Is the Toxic Avenger a superhero?
Oh Lord, it's toxic.
I imagine it would be toxic.
All right, guys. This is Dalian.
Terry.
Kenny.
Carrington.
Night.
Good night.